Hi, I'm Tony. This is my story.
Hindi na kailangan pumunta ng Chinese restaurant para makakain ng authentic Chinese dumpling.
Chinese dumpling sa kariton? Kinagigiliwan ngayon.
Na ang pinagkakaguluhan at patok na authentic Chinese bun dumpling na nilalako gamit ang bisikleta.
Hi everyone, I'm Tony. I'm 37 years old. I'm a Chinese national now living in the Philippines. Before I work full-time near Moa, Pasay. During pandemic, I was craving for Chinese food, and I find that no businessman or entrepreneur do Chinese cuisine here in the Philippines. At least I don't know that Chinese food focus on Filipino customer. So that's why I think it's a good idea to start this business. Currently, we live in the Philippines. We have one daughter, still very small, in kindergarten age. We now live in my sister-in-law house. We have a small house back in Tarlac. I met my wife in Metro Manila during a business trip when I was still a sales from China company. After we met, we fell in love. Then we were planning to live in China because we think China, bigger country, we have more opportunity there. After we got married in China, actually it took a long process to get the paperwork done in China. After we got married in China, then my wife feel that she don't like there actually mainly because of the weather too cold in the winter. Even in spring, autumn, she feel the temperature is too chill for her, and she can understand Mandarin language. At the same time, I have idea. I wish I can go abroad, so that's why we come back to live in the Philippines. This here our business name Luxinan 水煎包, literally meaning Lu means Shandong province, Xi is west, Nan is south. So literally in the west south of Shandong province, that's my hometown. 水煎包 meaning the food we are making, water fried Chinese buns. 水煎包 it's basically we use some Chinese flavor ingredients and mix with pork or with beef with other ingredients, and then we wrap in the dough, then we will cook in the pan. So that's how it's made. The challenges is the culture shock. Firstly, as I grew up in China, when I come to the Philippines, there are many culture shocks. The language, I don't understand Tagalog, and most of the time people talking in Tagalog. And the food is also very different from Chinese food. How people think, how people interact with each other is also different. I spent around 2 years to get used to the culture, Filipino culture. Actually, I do like Filipino food. Filipino food is more less salt, less oil. I like the Filipino fish, cooking tuna and chicken. I like that the chicken feet. I like sinigang dish in the Philippines. It's lighter than Chinese food. After we decided to live in the Philippines, I want to be an entrepreneur. At the same time, I find that nobody do this Chinese food. So I think it's also good business opportunity because there's no competition for many years. So that's why I decided to do this business. And also, I feel that there are so many Chinese people here, but they don't bring Chinese food to the Philippines. That's unfair for Filipino people because the food is the most important culture communication between two countries. And Filipino people really deserve to taste it, at least to have an option to try Chinese food. That's why I think if I bring this to the Filipino people here. If they really like it, I will feel really happy. That's why I decided to do this. When I sell in the market, actually, I'm very happy. I like interacting with Filipino people. Compared with Chinese people, some Chinese people, if they're customer, they don't talk to you. They just get something and they ask how much they buy. There's no eye contact. They're not bad the attitude, but that's no normal in China. But in the Philippines, when people want to buy, they are very polite to talk with the seller, and I'm very grateful for that. That's why I like to sell in the market. Since I live in the Philippines, I find Filipino people more friendly. I really enjoy living here. I'm grateful to live in the Philippines. That's why I want to contribute to Philippine society. My principle for the business is that always keep the price affordable for everyone. I know that there are many grand hotel restaurant in BGC, the Chinese restaurant in Makati, but the price is very high. Normal Filipino people cannot afford, and they also don't have time to go that far to buy. So when I start this business, my vision is that to let normal Filipino people, even some poor Filipino people, can afford at least one piece of the Chinese dumpling. At least they have the opportunity to try, to taste it. So that's why our aim customer is normal Filipino people, even poor Filipino people, not for the rich only. My thinking is that firstly, we just do our job to contribute to the society, to contribute in any industry, no matter which industry. For me, because I grew up in China, I know a lot about Chinese food. So I think my advantage is that I can serve Filipino people with authentic Chinese food. And if I do this job good, I think I might get rich in the future. Number two is that keep your vision clear. A clear vision will let you focus on your ultimate goal. Don't change that goal easily. But that goal should be number one, serve the people. Number two, serve yourself. Serve the people first, because by serving people, your personal interest follow the community or the people interest. Sometimes there's setbacks, that failures, but if the direction is right, you will eventually overcome failure. And for life, I'm very grateful for the Filipino people. Before, when I was still working for timely, when I was riding jeepney, I can't find any money. 2 times people helped me to pay the fare without any price. They help me. That's why I really like Filipino people. They're always helpful. Actually, I made many mistakes, a lot of failures since I decided to be an entrepreneur. I invested swimming pool, invested small cinema, and all without any good ending. Number one thing that we need to accept failure, because we learn from failure. And number two is that you need to think why it failed. Think about it, then you can, next time you won't make the same mistake. If you ask advice from me as a normal people, I would advise everyone that follow your dream. Everyone is created equal, but everyone have his own thinking, own vision, own interest. He know how he will live very happily until his life ends. So don't play small, play big. Contribute to the society, contribute to the people, and live a happy life. Don't just do a normal job, doing not the things you really want. Just to follow your dream. It can be tough when you follow your dream, but eventually you can be really happy and really benefit to the society.